Yes, I was hurt by Dylan's infidelity, but I couldn't help but feel an iota of pity for him. Dylan's not a predator. He was deceived by a confused teenager.
Why does everyone in my life fail me?
Christopher, I'm trying to find some amount of substance here.
No, I gave you a list of topics to write about, Mark. None of them had anything to do with Dylan.
You gave me a list of hashtags, which included hashtag StupidDickHoleX and hashtag Rapist.
That's fair.
Dylan cheated on you, right? With a minor. And despite it all being consensual, he did get in trouble with the law, and you're still letting him live with you. You don't think there's some substance there in your emotional journey worth?
Can you please just stick to the top 5?
I cannot write an entire chapter about your problems with Selena Gomez's recording career.
She can't sing, she can't dance, she can't act. Then she complains about being famous. Bitch, nobody wanted you to be famous.
I am again going to attempt to explain to you what a memoir is.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to explain to you the problem here. You don't get my generation, okay? Millennials, we see everything through this lens of pop culture. You're not the right person to even write this book.
I am arguably part of your generation.
Take that back.
And to be clear, I am not one of those people who thinks that every millennial is lazy and entitled and narcissistic, right? We have that in every generation, okay? And the older generation complains about the younger generation in roughly the same way. So it is the circle of life.
Thank you, Rafiki.
You just happen to be an unfortunate case in point.
Mark, I almost feel bad.
All right, you don't want to talk about Dylan? Fine. But then you have got to give me something else to write about. I mean, I wrote what I wrote because it seems to be the only interesting thing that has happened to you aside from your time on the reality television show, which you still will not tell me about.
Because my elimination is very fresh, and you haven't made any efforts to create a safe space here.
So if you do not want to talk about that, you have got to give me some anecdote from your life
what about
that does not include the words offensive contouring or contain any assessment of any celebrity's cheekbones.
Damn it. I think we could do a title.
No.
The title will be the thing that focuses the story.
The focus for a memoir is your life. The story is your life.
I know, but it needs to be historical and captivating.
Which is why memoirs are typically written by influential people at the end of their extraordinary lives.
That was rude.
Okay, even if this book is going to be about your relatively short and, dare I say, uninteresting life, we still have to find a message. We still have to... Oh, that's it.
You found a title.
No. Your book, okay, your book is going to be about your lack of achievement and what you attribute that to. We'll make it sort of like a social commentary on the misunderstood plight of the millennial.
Lack of achievement? Mark, I'm writing a memoir. I've obviously reached the pinnacle of achievement. And plight. Did you say plight of the millennial? Mark, we are making the world a better place. Millennials are creating disruptive businesses. We're building media empires. We're challenging the status quo. We're the ones forcing people to actually confront their privilege. Do you think we would be where we're at today in regards to the conversation surrounding white privilege? Do you think trans rights would have progressed today if it had not been for millennials?
That is fair. It's perfectly fair. What I mean by plight of the millennial, though, is like the raw deal that you have been given by the generation before you, right?
I'm listening.
Okay. So we'll write about your specific experiences with the overwhelming financial burden that college has become.
I didn't go.
Or like having to live with your parents well after high school?
See, I didn't really live with them so much in high school.
All right, we will figure that out. And we'll still write about your time on the reality TV show, but we'll use that as a platform, right, to talk about real shit. You know, why is reality entertainment so alluring? Your role in it, social media's role in it, you know.
You're thinking big. And that's why I love it, Mark, because it's topical. And you know what else? Here's what I'm going to suggest. Let's put on the back of the book jacket, under my photo, the label champion of millennials. Do you think it's bold? I agree, but I think we should go for it.
White privilege. Trans rights. You said those things. Those causes matter to you, yes?
Yes. I do care about those things. There's not a day that goes by on Twitter where I'm not fucking pissed off at everything. I retweet any story about white privilege. And don't get me started on trans rights. We need those people in the military. You've got half man, half woman, the strength of a man, the pain tolerance of a woman come together to form super soldier.
All right, so I'm going to have to explain to you what trans is, but your heart's in the right place. The goal for your book will be to rally up millennials about those topics, about those causes. We'll get them to forget about reality entertainment and social media's self-branding, and we'll get them focused on politics, right? Well, I mean, look what happened in Virginia, right? We could do that again. You could be responsible for doing that again, getting people riled up and at the polls. We need the millennials to vote.
If you want to get millennials voting, if you want to get me voting, and I want to be voting, don't get me wrong, it's just, they got to switch it from a Tuesday. I got this thing, I just cannot be bothered on a Tuesday. It's to the point where I won't even go to get my prep refilled on a Tuesday. And I can't afford to miss a day, if you know what I mean.
All right, so Selena Gomez